Hello, good morning, all of you. This is Manish Bhardwaj from Raval Convent School. So, welcome to the chapter Motion. So, basically, we will discuss about motion. Motion is what? The movement of a body is called motion. There are so many conditions which describe motion properly. Firstly, rest. Rest. What is rest? A body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to a fixed point in its surrounding. This fixed point is called reference point. For example, a book lying on a table, the walls of the room. Motion. Motion means a body is said to be in motion when its position change continuously. Means moving object you can say is in motion. So a body is said to be in motion when its position changes continuously with respect to a fixed point in its surrounding. For example, cars and buses are running on the road. Reference point, fixed point. Besides it you can't explain all such kind of things. So reference point, it is a fixed point through which we can say that an object is at rest or in motion. So basically, fixed point or reference point is must to know whether a body is at rest or in motion. So basically, one more important thing are there, state of rest and motion are relative. An object may appear to be moving for one person and the same object may appear to be at rest for another person. For example, the roadside trees, building and people appear to be moving backwards to the passenger. A person standing on the road finds bus and the passengers moving forward. Same as a person inside the bus finds his fellow passengers at rest. So we can say that state of rest and motion are related. Now, physical quantity. Physical quantities are those quantities which can be calculated directly or indirectly. For example, your length, height, mass, area, volume, etc. So basically, physical quantity are divided into two other parts: scalar quantity, vector quantity. So what are scalar quantities? Scalar quantities are those quantities which have only magnitude but no particular direction. For example, speed, time, distance, mass. These are those quantity which only need magnitude but no direction. Vector quantity. Vector quantities are those quantity which have both magnitude as well as a particular direction. For example, acceleration, velocity, momentum, displacement, etc. So now, distance. What is distance? So basically, the distance traveled by a body is the actual path, or you can say longest path or total path covered by a moving body, irrespective of the direction in which the body travels. For example, an object is moving from point A to point B 3 km and then moves from B to point C 4 km. So what is distance here? A to B, B to C. 3 plus 4, 7 km. So 7 km is what? Distance. But about displacement, displacement is what? Displacement is the shortest path between initial and final point. So in this diagram, A to C, 5 kilometer, you can also easily calculate it by applying the Pythagoras theorem. So this 5 kilometer is displacement. So displacement, when a body moves from one point to another, the shortest or straight line path between initial position and final position of the body along with the direction is known as displacement. Okay, so distance is denoted by simply s and displacement is denoted by with a arrow sign. So distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. Now we will distinguish between them. So what are the differences between distance and displacement? Distance means moving a body and actual length or actual path covered by the body is distance. Displacement is what? The shortest path between initial point and final point. Shortest path. Distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Distance is what? Distance is always positive. Displacement may be positive, may be negative or zero. Distance traveled by a body is always greater or equal to displacement, but displacement of a body always less or equal to the distance traveled. Distance is denoted by S and displacement is denoted by S with arrow sign. Okay. If a body traversed a straight line path without changing its direction, then only distance and displacement can be equal. Or in short way, I can say that distance and displacement are only equal when object moves in a straight path or in a straight line. So there are some examples related to it. First question, a ball thrown vertically upwards rises up to a height of 20 meter and comes back to the initial position. Then calculate total distance covered by the ball, the displacement of the ball. So firstly, object vertically upward rises up to a height of 20 meter. So total distance traveled by the ball up to down 20 meter plus 20 meter. So 40 meter. 40 meter is what? This is distance. But object moves back to its original position. So displacement is 0 because initial and final points are same. So when initial and final points are same, then displacement is to be 0. Second question. A car travels a distance of 15 km towards east, 20 km towards south, and then 45 km towards east. Show that motion of the car graphically and calculate the total distance traveled by the car, the displacement of the car. So easily by the given data we can draw the graph related to it. Now from the graph it is clear that total distance of the car 15 plus 20 plus 45 80 km. Now join P and S and find PS. So for finding PS we can use Pythagoras theorem and easily it is 63.2 kilometers. So displacement or shortest path is 63.2 kilometer. Now there are some types of motion. Number 1, uniform motion. Number 2, non-uniform motion. Uniform means what? Same. Non-uniform means different. Uniform motion. Uniform motion. A body is said to be have uniform motion if it travels equal distance in equal intervals of time, no matter how small these time intervals may be. So for example, a car running at a constant speed of 10 meter per second. So it is called a car is moving in uniform motion. A car in uniform motion. It should be noted that distance time graph for such a condition is a straight line. And non-uniform motion? Non-uniform motion means if an object covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. Time interval can't be changed. Time interval is always equal, but distance can be changed. So a body is said to be have non-uniform motion if it travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time, no matter how small these time intervals may be. So non-uniform motion, I think clear. And in case of non-uniform motion, the graph is not a straight line, it is curved. It should be noted that non-uniform motion is called accelerated motion or retarded motion. So when motion of the body increases, accelerated motion, and decreases, retarded motion. Okay, so now we will discuss about the term speed. Speed is what? Speed means distance per unit time, or you can say rate of change of distance is called speed. So the formula of speed is distance traveled upon time taken. We can denote speed by the symbol V. So V equal to S upon T. S means distance traveled, T means time taken. SI unit of speed is meter per second. Small units of speed are centimeter per second and highest values of speed are kilometer per hour. Okay, but main SI unit is meter per second. It should be noted that in order to compare the speeds of different bodies, their speeds should be expressed in the same units. It is more important thing. Speed has magnitude only, it has no specific direction, so we can say that speed is a scalar quantity. Now, average speed. Average speed means total distance covered in total time. So, it is the ratio, you can say it is the ratio of total distance and total time taken. Okay, now uniform. Uniform already discussed means same, constant. So, a body is said to have a uniform or constant speed if it travels equal distances in equal interval of time, no matter how small these time intervals may be. For example, in practical life, it is difficult to keep the speeds of a body in uniform for a long time. It is not possible. If the speed of a body is known to constant, we can calculate exactly how much the distance traveled by the body, how much distance it will travel in a given time, or if the distance traveled by the body is known, we can calculate the time taken to travel that distance. Okay, so uniform speed means when an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time.